Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to Letha's Real Talk. I'm your host, Letha, and we're live right now at the We Believe Digital Podcast Universal Studios. So today, I want to talk about the word leadership, and I want to come from a social media angle. As we know, our world stays more divided, and we have more negative things that we're able to see. We have things with our pastors, our churches. We're having things with our school teachers. We're having things with our younger generation, from politics to economics to class of people to race of people to culture of people to sexuality. There are so many things that social media actually influences over us all. The reason I can say that is because I spend a whole lot of time watching one particular platform at night, and that's where I get my comedy from. But however, I feel like there's more negative things coming from social media. We sit up and we're in an era now to where everybody has this little wonderful device from them. Everybody has the cell phone with them. You could lose your keys. You could leave your wallet at home. You could leave your purse at home. You may forget to leave your agendas for work at home or for that major meeting. But however, if we do not have our phones, we're lost. And I truly feel like one reason that a lot of people are lost is truly because we have become addicted to social media. And the addictions, I think, is taking over us, how we truly correspond with people on a regular basis. People don't have social skills like they used to. I tell people it bothers me if you want to text me in a group message, but you won't pick up the phone, you won't call me, but you'll hit me up on social media, you'll comment up under my post, I will comment under your post, but we don't have that per se relationship. So how are we going to be a world or people or a culture of people or human society to lead the generation that's coming behind us? How are we going to lead a generation in a direction that a lot of us act like that we have no clue about where it is that we want to go? Is it in my hindsight to truly be a leader? Is it in your hindsight to lead? Is it in our hindsight to entertain? Is it in our hindsight to judge? My concern is exactly where are we going with these social media platforms. I saw something earlier, and I got some things that I'm going to read here in a moment. I saw something earlier, and I know for a fact that people are pushing for streams. People are pushing for views. People are pushing to possibly get that social media check. People are pushing to be influencers. But my concern about the word influence, in what way do you truly want to influence the people that are able to see what it is that you're doing? I see a lot of things that people do that I truly do not agree with. I see a lot of things that people do that bring a lot of concern to me. And I see that also outside of what people may be doing that I don't like, I also see that things are being torn down in a negative manner. One thing that concerns me as somebody who grew up in the church, and I'm not trying to go all biblical and overly spiritual here, but one thing that truly concerns me, it appears to be more and more black churches are being torn down through social media. And I'm not saying that these churches or some of these people in leadership don't play a role in that, but it do concerns me that when you have people or entity or person who may have had a past, or somebody who has decided that they're going to do their best to get on a better path, it bothers me that social media can come in and they can set the tone for the individual, they can set the tone for the organization, they can set the tone. Social media sets the tone on so many different levels, and a lot of the time, I'm not going to say most of the time, but a good bit of the time, it's a negative connotation. And I don't like the things that are being said, especially when it involves our black churches. I just don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is because my experience, for what I know from the church, for what I know, it was something that people got together with every Sunday and we fellowshiped. We went to Sunday school. We heard good preaching. We heard good singing. We congregated. We met together. It's where people with similar hearts and minds got together and they just enjoyed their time and in their space for whatever their beliefs are. I don't like the fact that that's one thing that's being torn down via social media. Influencers. How does it make you feel when you want to start attacking not just churches, you're attacking how people even raise their children? And as we know, there is no perfect outlet to parenthood. There is no perfect space for how you parent your kids. There is no perfect way on how to be a parent. There is no perfect way for discipline. There is no perfect way all the time for preventative measures. Things and certain foundations that I was raised on, it bothers me to know that a lot of influencers are coming in and people are saying, we're going to tear this stuff down. Where is that leading the world? Where is that leading the younger generation? Exactly what are people supposed to believe in, and what are they supposed to have hope for, and what are they supposed to have excitement for if everything that they see is deemed as negative? From the music that people listen to, we all got our ideas on music. We all got our ideas on how people should live, but take a pause and just think about, what do you see, whatever it is, when you see it on social media? What do you share? And that's something else I would never understand. I can't understand how somebody could see something on social media. You know it's something that you don't like. You know it's something that is, you may deem horrible, but people will turn around and they will hit the share button. Exactly what type of influence are you portraying to anybody who may be looking up to you? And keep in mind, we don't have to have a lot of followers. I don't have a lot of followers on my social media. I have my moments where I rant. Sometimes I understand I can get overboard, but part of what I want to lead to people, I do want to give people some form of hope. I do want to give people something great to look up to. I do want to try to hold an impact in people's lives on a positive manner. I don't want to be deemed as this negative person, or as this person who's trying to tear down something good, or this person who's trying to strip credentials of certain people, or this person who's trying to make this certain entity look in a type of way. I don't want to be deemed as a person who acts like that people never have fault and that people should never make mistakes. I don't want to be deemed as an individual through how I do my best to influence people. I want to influence people to help make people better. And I can't help but to wonder, if you're not influencing people to strive to make people better, if you're not influencing people to try to make this world better, then exactly where does your influence lead? I want to read just two quotes, only two quotes. And one of the quotes come from Mr. Colin Powell. And Mr. Colin Powell says, leadership is solving problems that day soldiers stop bringing to their Leadership is solving problems the day soldiers stop bringing you their problems is the day you have stopped leading them. They have either lost confidence that you can help or concluded you did not care, either case is a failure of leadership. Leadership is about solving problems. It truly is about solving problems. When we talk about the economy, and that goes from me, that goes from when I read things on social media, it's not enough to talk about the economy. It's not enough to talk about how you have people who are truly out here doing the best that they can with where they are. It's truly not enough for that. People need resolutions. How are people supposed to solve the problems that they have? And so if I want to be an influence to somebody, or you want to be that influence, people need some problem solving. And social media is something that most of us clearly cannot get away from. It's part of our lifestyle. It's part of our routine. But my question is social media helping you solve your problems? Are the people that you're watching, are they helping you solve your problems? If you have a question or a concern about something, can you take whatever it is that may be bothering you or may be challenging you, or something that you may need some help or some insight in? Is it allowing you to solve some of your problems? For me, I sit 50-50 on that. Why? I know people are struggling. I know that. I know the economy is out of whack. I know that. I understand gas is high. I understand groceries are high. I understand, in my opinion, that we are in inflation. I can't seem but to believe that the prices are not getting better. I believe that the prices are getting worse because the prices continue to climb. But as I talk about the problem, I have to ask myself, what are these solutions? And so when you don't have solutions for some of these problems, what's wrong with directing people to another entity or another space or even another platform that truly may be able to help them solve their problems? Because what the world needs right now, we need some problem solving. People truly need guidance. I'm not saying younger people. People truly need guidance. The fact that we still have school teachers walking off their jobs, the fact that people in the medical industry are saying more and more by the day that they're tired, the fact that people are having to work 2 and 3 jobs just to keep a roof over their head and put food on the table, we need some solutions to the problems. So, Letha, where are you leading up to as you continue to talk about leadership and solutions to the problems? You can't beat an economy if you steady spending in the economy. Now, that's just a firm belief of mine. I've chosen to go without some things for a reason. I've chosen recently to live a certain way because I'm determined it's some things that I'm not going to do the older that I get. I'm determined that I'm not going to sink myself in a deeper slump or in a slumber, all because I'm allowing the economy to sit up and take a hold on me, and yet and still I have to figure out how I handle everything else on this side. So to my leaders and to my pastors and to my parents and to my school teachers, and honestly to my people who hold political office or have some form of political influence, to my people who have some form of social influence, to my people that have influence on whatever level it is that you sit on, people need solutions. We can throw out problems all day long, help people solve the problems. People need guidance in their finances. People need guidance in their day-to-day life. People need guidance on how they can own homes. People need guidance on how they can come out of debt. People need guidance on how they can venture off into early retirement. People need guidance on how they can take better care of their spiritual, their mental, and their physical health. People need guidance on how they can effectively communicate with their children or their teenagers. People need guidance on how they can communicate with their employers. People need guidance on how they can communicate with their employees. People truly need guidance. And the moment you have more people focusing on solutions and less of us focusing on the problems, I truly believe that we can move somewhere. But how can you move somewhere if the only thing that a lot of people are trying to do is for clicks, likes, and shares in hope of getting a paycheck? And I'm going to say this. Facebook and YouTube will pay you out. But you don't need to sell your soul out to the devil trying to do it. You don't need to lose who you are as a person trying to do that. Don't sacrifice your integrity trying to do that. Don't sacrifice who you are. Don't sacrifice trying to outdo somebody else by clicks and likes, because by the time you spend in all that time, by the time you spend all that energy, by the time you do whatever it is and become more unlikable to a platform of a base of your people that are watching you, you have been and lost a following of people who may be able to support you in spite of it all. Part of being a good leader is following properly. But when people are not bringing you their problems, according to this statement I just read by Colin Powell, they have truly lost interest in you. Now, am I saying that it's not supposed to be entertaining? No, I'm not. But at what level of entertainment does it go? Just at what point does it stop? At what point is enough enough? Or is it not enough? Or is it the fact that I just haven't accepted the reality that the world is truly different? Is it that I have just not accepted the fact that children are just going to be cussing when they come out the womb? Have I just not accepted the fact that grandparents are just going to continue to do crazy things on social media? Have I not just accepted the fact that as much as I say we're in a different culture, as much as I truly believe that the world is different, I don't even know if I've truly accepted the fact that social media has taken people spiritually, I believe, ethically, I believe, and morally on a decline. I don't think people are getting better because of social media. I think social media is a benefit. I think it helps keep us connected. I think it's great for people to promote their business. I think it's great for certain things business-wise. But when it comes to who you are as a person and the people that you're leading, exactly what are you doing with your platforms? Everything should not be for show. Everything should not be for clicks, likes, and views. And that's the other thing that a lot of people don't even understand. It doesn't matter how many people you have watching you. You could have 1 million people watching you. Out of 1 million people, if 0 of those 1 million people are not the right people watching you, it doesn't matter anyway. Out of 1 million people, if nobody is sending you those 99-cent stars, out of those millions of people, if people are not willing to financially sponsor you or share your content, and people are not willing to do certain things, then exactly what is it for? And I think the demand to be influencers has become too much of an emphasis on way too many people. People can't get through their workday because they want to do something on social media. No problem. Kids in school can't make it through school because they're trying to be influencers. Why are they trying to be influencers? Because they're watching what people their age do. Why are parents trying to be influencers? Because they're watching what other parents do. Why are preachers trying to be influencers? Because they're watching what other pastors do. Why are churches trying to be churches of influencers? Because they're trying to do what other churches do. Why are people involved in politics focused on, trying to become likable among people on social media? Because they see that's what other people are doing. My issue is it even working for the benefit of the people? Or is it more so beneficial to the entity or to the individual who's sitting out here using these platforms, not caring on which direction they lead people, not caring on the outcome of how you live on social media? And I'm here to tell people it truly matters. People talked about the rap game, and they still talk about the rap game. And I don't understand how people can be so negative at this point about the rap game, because the rap game has nothing on social media right now. It truly doesn't. The way that people say that rap messed up me or messed up people under my generation, has got these kids out here thinking that the money fast and thinking that the money this and thinking it's okay to, sell dope and thinking it's okay to do this and do this. What is social media doing? Like literally, you got people jumping off cliffs, killing themselves for clicks and likes and trying to get a check or trying to be the main person. And so it's very concerning to me. And it's concerning that some of the conversations that I had, people more so talk about marketing, people more so talk about building their brands. But even with certain people building their brands, pay attention to the extent that people will go. It's just some stuff I refuse to post on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page, on my Twitter page. I got Tumblr, I got LinkedIn. It's some things that I feel like are just morally wrong. I don't want my children are not children anymore. My young adults, if they eventually have kids, it's certain stuff I don't want to be deemed as. If somebody can go look it up, because there's some stuff right now some people can probably look up that I'm not proud of. So why would I take it in a moment to where I know that I've made a major shift, in a moment that I know that there's somebody somewhere looking at me? If my goal is to influence people on a positive manner, why would I sit there and try to put people in a worse place than where they probably already are, based off how they may or may not deem my influence? Listen, we're going to catch back with you all shortly after this first commercial break. We're going to talk about leadership again, as well as how I feel like social media has more so taken a turn over the music industry. I am Letha, right here on We Believe Digital Podcast, Universal Studios. Thank you.
SocratesGarrettENT.com is a diversified firm specializing in recycled aggregates and crushed concrete. SocratesGarrettENT.com's recycled materials provide the construction industry with significant economic and environmental benefits by recycling clean concrete rubble into M.Dot grade rock materials. Recycled aggregates and crushed concrete can be applied to driveways, road construction, bank protection, parking lots, general bulk fills, and more. For more information, please call 601-896-0084 or visit us online at SocratesGarrettENT.com.
Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Myers, at 601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
Thank you for tuning back in to Letha's Real Talk. We're live here in the We Believe Digital Podcast, Universal Studios. I am your host, Letha. So before our commercial break, we started about leadership and my concerns where social media is truly taking people. Also, I wanted to touch a little bit more about this music industry, where I feel like there has officially become a misconception now as far as the role that the music industry plays in where it's leading people. And I'm not saying young people, but from where I sit in my position, I feel like that the music industry right now has nothing in comparison to what social media or how social media is affecting us all. I want to read a quote from one more gentleman by the name of Vince Lombardi. Leaders are not born, they are made. And they are made just like anything else, through hard work, and that's the price we all have to pay to achieve the goal or any goal. What are your goals? What are your goals as an influencer? For anybody that's on social media, whatever it is that you do, truly, what is your projected goal? And I'm going to tell people this, as crazy it may sound, if money is the end goal, you truly have no real goal. You truly have no real goal. Money is going to come regardless. Hear me well. If the only reason you're doing it is to hopefully get a check, that's just like people hopefully becoming this big time mainstream artist, or hopefully, that's like everybody plays football because they want to be an NFL player, or all of these basketball players want to become basketball players for money, right? Take money out of the equation. It's almost like money has a hold on people. It's almost like people are truly giving themselves up all for a quick buck. You literally have people watching you, and not just any people. That's the thing about it. It's not just random people watching you. You have your elders watching you. You have your peers watching you. You have your children and your nieces, your nephews watching you. You have your grandchildren watching you. So no matter how much we say it's for entertainment or people shouldn't look at it like that, I have known people personally that have lost big time opportunities because of how they operate their social media pages. And I'm not talking about social media since COVID. I'm talking about social media before COVID. I've known people that have lost jobs at banks, literally, because of their social medias. I do. And somebody somewhere is going to say, well, it shouldn't matter. That's their business. It's only your business if you keep your business to yourself. The moment you make your business public, it's no longer just your business anymore. The moment you open your life up to the world, it's not just your business. People have lost their educator licenses because of social media. These things have truly been happening. I'm talking about, these are things way before COVID. This was before Instagram even came into place. So you want to influence people, but in which direction are you truly trying to lead people? Well, it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. People need to stay out of it. It does matter. The video of the young lady, and I'm not coming down on her because I haven't read the whole article, and I promise I'm not coming down on her. But the video with the young lady and the baby in the cold. What bothers me about that video were the people who were recording the video. Bother me more than anything else, not just the fact that she had her child out in the cold. Now, more people are going to say they should have been more bothered about her having that baby out in that cold. You don't know what happened before she even got to that store. Y'all really just have no clue. You just look at people and you make certain type of assumptions. You just look at a person and say you got on clothes and you failed to do what you needed to do for your child. Now here you are sitting here in the store, in Walmart, with this camera in her face. What if she would have took her fist and knocked somebody out on that floor? Because how dare you sit up and just bring your camera up in somebody's face instead of asking somebody, is there something you could do for them? Do they need any type of help? See, that's my problem with social media. And whoever did the video is being commemorated. But guess what? If they get enough likes and shares, and if they get enough views, all of a sudden they this big time social media influencer. But why would you do that to a baby and that child? Don't you know one day that child gonna grow up? How humiliating is that when that child see that somebody thought nothing more than to sit up and put them out there without no clothes on? Whoever was recording isn't just as much fault, in my most humble opinion, as the mama that had the child out, because we don't know the circumstance of the parent. We truly don't know. And that's what's bothering me with social media. People take any and ample opportunity to make other people look bad. So how are you helping the world if you're going out here to make other people look bad? How are you helping the world if you're sitting up talking about people? How are you sitting up helping the world and influencing the world on such a good manner and on such this old wonderful manner? You're going to make this world such this better place, but people will be quick to pull out their telephone before they ask somebody if they need some help. I don't like it. I don't like people who do it. To me, those are the people who are immoral. To me, those are the people who are unethical. To me, those are the people who need to be reprimanded for a lot of their actions. We used to talk about the paparazzi, but y'all and y'all's phones ain't no better than how the paparazzi do some of the mainstream people or do the people that we deem as mainstream. Y'all are no better than TMZ. My bad, because it's a hot topic. And because we need to talk about and we need to show things for likes, views, and shares. Forget what it does to that person. Forget whatever state of mind that person may be in. You don't even know if the young lady was running from something or somebody. You don't even have a clue. But this is what we do for social media. And then we treat people like they some type of social media god, like they like the savior of the world because they made this one post or they done recorded this whole video instead of how are they truly influencing somebody in a negative manner. We'll talk about people if they leave their kids in the car. You don't know what type of day that parent had that day. You don't know. You don't know if that parent got time to even unload the kids to take the kids out the car. We got all these conceptions and we already have our mind made up about people. And there we go, we run with it and we do it on social media. I don't like the fact that you can put anything out there about anybody on social media and people ain't got enough sense for themselves to do their research. They automatically take it as the truth. Somebody posts something negative about somebody, people take it, they run with it, and most people, hundreds of thousands of people, will not even do them research for themselves to even say if the post is even true, full or not. Do you understand that your image can be ruined based off what somebody say about you on social media? It don't even have to be true or not. Literally, your business can be torn down because of what somebody say about you on social media. That's what's bothering me about these black churches. That's truly what's bothering me. I don't like the fact that you go find one place where they may have drama and y'all got y'all phones out, and then you want to share it all over the place, and then people hollering about why they don't go to church. Why you don't go to church is your personal problem. Why you don't shop at a certain store, that's your personal problem. But how dare you try to rip down everything just because of this particular one situation? That's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that you can share something involving a child and CPS can just come in and do whatever they want to do. I don't like CPS. I came out and said it. I didn't have my run-in with CPS before. It wasn't nothing but a whole bunch of bull crap. CPS divides more kids from safe families than my most humble opinion. I'm not saying that this is a fact. They will take a child from a good family and go put them in a family that'll sit up and rape and take advantage of them, and people ain't having them kind of conversations. But that's the topic of another discussion. I just don't like how people have become enslaved by social media. Social media has become too many people's gods, and people have allowed a thing that man has created to truly take over not just life, but I'm saying a lot of people done sold their souls out. I feel like that. And then I'm so worried about sometimes how people may deem me, because I don't want to be deemed in a negative manner. But then I have to understand I can't worry about being deemed in a negative manner if it's something I truly support and truly something I truly believe, if my true goal is to be of a positive manner. But if you're not doing it for being positive and it's not for comedy, what is it for? Why do we got to record funerals and post them on social media? I don't understand that. Why? Why do we have to record people getting shot, posting it on social media? Why do we have to record gang rapes, putting it on social media? Why do we have to record all of this negative stuff? People could be burning in cars, and it could have been and had a bad car wreck, and the car is on fire, and you got some retard right there with a cell phone out instead of calling 911. And that is how social media has consumed so many people. If you're going to share something, share some good stuff. I think it's hurtful if if a war hero is living or dead, and whatever happened, people don't always want to relive the negative things in their lives. And I think for people that bring their phones out, people that take the pictures, people that write the posts without the permission of the individuals or the families or the entities, I truly feel like those people need to be sued for that. I truly feel like it. Everything is not about tearing down somebody else or tearing down an entity. But then we want likes and views. And that's what concerns me more than anything else with social media. I need somebody to hit the share button. I need likes and views. I'm going to put out any type of information out here. Let me tell you all some things that I put out about a leader. This is what Letha says about leadership. Okay? Leaders, they take charge. And not just any type of charge. And leaders are dependable. Leaders are truly dependable people. Leaders take accountability. Leaders do not make excuses. Leaders, they work harder than anyone else on the team. Leaders engage with people to help people, not compromise people. Leadership is about engaging with people to help people. It's not to compromise people. It bothers me when some of these negative posts involve children or caregivers of children, and nobody even takes into consideration that one day this child is going to see this video, because people don't care, because it doesn't matter to them, because this child is just a number. Whoever didn't think enough about them, I just need the content. And I think it's sad. I think it's a demonic shame that people are doing more for social media than what they are to save humankind. Just where does your integrity lie? It's the leading force in example setting for pastors, churches, social organizations, employers, employees, parents, children, teachers, politicians, lawyers, you name it. Everybody on social media. But what are you doing when you're on social media is the biggest question. I think that maybe people need to make some reconsiderations on what we all do as a collective with our social media pages. I believe as a collective we need to consider the fact that social media, it can fall in the hands of any and everybody. Understand that these elementary kids can easily operate an iPad and a cell phone and YouTube and TikTok and whatever else that they may be on. So if they can easily operate it, they can easily access things that we as adults are putting out there on social media. And then we want to talk about the parents for allowing them to have the access, and you're disregarding the fact that they are in the world of the access. They're in the world of being able to have it. I just want people to be a little bit more conscientious of what we do and where we're taking each other. Listen, I thank you all so much for tuning in today. I'm your host, Letha. You can find me on all social media platforms, Letha's Real Talk. I have a website, lethasrealtalk.com. Also, come check us out at We Believe Digital Podcast Studios. It is awesome to be here. Sponsorship packages are available. If you want to put your commercial on this platform, please reach out to We Believe Digital Podcast, Universal Studios. I appreciate you all. And yes, I'm going to say it. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I'll see you next time, same place. Next week, same time, same place. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.